And welcome back to Humble Pie. I'm your host, Jimmy D, with me. Yeah, that is the emotional face of exactly how I feel right now. Going with this stream. I appreciate you all coming back.
I love computers.
Stuff works so well, doesn't it? Guys, we're going to get into the match. I already put out the predictions for you. We're going to get the deck list for Red, Green, Luffy, Infinite Rose, or Marcus, as we know him, is going to be playing his Zoo version of Red, Green, Monkey D. Luffy. It was something that was kind of like fanned out from a couple of fan sites out there that was doing pretty well at a local somewhere else. And people were like hyping it up, saying it was doing pretty good. Kind of see how the combo works. You've been a Red, Green, Luffy player before,
No,
right?
I've never.
You never played that one?
I played
Okay.
Red, Green, Law.
That's right, Red, Green, Law. All right. Well, this one's going to be up against the new Blue Purple Luffy, which was going to be what we thought the absolute dominant oppressive force within the
It
meta.
is going to be.
But as we've seen, the starter decks are already putting an impression on the field, and the now what looked like more homogenized is more a little more diverse than what we thought
Yeah,
before.
I still think Blue Purple is the best deck, like by a decent amount. But there are other decks that can now compete.
Yes. And we're going to find out if this one of them. Find out. You guys put the votes. Put out your predictions if you think Red Green is going to take this or the Blue Purple. Right now, we're going to get in the deck list for this next round. Alrighty, this is the Red Green Luffy deck, one of the absolute OGs from OP01. Once per turn, 4 Dawn. That means you have to rest 4 Dawn. Set up to one of your Supernovas or Straw Hat type character cards with a cost 5 or less is active. Gains plus 1,000 power during this turn. What's that mean? You get yourself an additional attack right off from the get-go. 4 life or 2 attacks here, but it does cost 4 Dawn. What are the targets going to be? Well, I'd say right off the bat, this is probably going to be your biggest target. You want to get that plus 1k down too. Get some more bodies from the 2020 Chopper. It already is the most efficient body producer at 3 Dawn, or 3 cost, if you will. It has the ability to look at the top 5 at the top of your deck and play up to 1 animal type character with 4,000 power or less, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. This will be rested when it comes into play, but there are cards that come out with other cards. So you have this 2020 Chopper that on play plays an animal kingdom from your deck, or an animal type, sorry, from your deck that's 3,000 power or less. So we're climbing down that ladder to get to the coveted 1 cost 2020 Chopper. This blocker absolutely effective in this current meta, given that we don't have too much of the black decks to have to fear. Back in the day when Lucci and Gecko Moria and Black Yellow Saba or Black Yellow Luffy, a lot of those big strong black decks were out there. These were just not optimal. You never wanted to have a smoker get a free target to basically get pumped up with this little 1 cost here. And too many options and solutions from black decks. But now that they're kind of absent in this new green, blue, purple-esh type of format that we happen to be in, a little bit of red
Blackbeard
selection.
might be making a comeback with the starter deck,
Okay, yeah.
and they have the Doc Qs that can get rid of this pretty easily.
Yeah, let's see if that is going to be the case. I
But
haven't
obviously,
seen-
this is against Blue Purple. Doc
Yeah.
Q doesn't matter in a deck that's not black,
Yeah.
or specifically Blackbeard because it's leader locked.
It's important to note that what black decks are being represented right now. And I think Blackbeard is the strongest of all the black decks right now that is getting the most representation. Of course, there are creators out there that are working with the Lucci deck, which is still good. A very good deck that's still out there. And you should give it a shot. Even though it did get the hardest ban and the hardest hit from the last ban list that we got, it still does have its potential. So, this is a Zoro deck. It's doing exactly what my 2020 Chopper deck was
No
trying to do
Zoro,
back in the
though.
day. Without Zoro. So, this one has... it basically wants to spam out as many 2020 Choppers as possible. Kind of keep that recursion, keep your focus, keep your eyes on the board, keep your eyes on the board. Don't look at my hand, keep your eyes on the board. Hopefully keeping this thing out so I can spam out a bunch of 2020 Choppers. To note, you cannot play this one. It's not animal type, so be careful. This 2020 Chopper cannot be brought out with this 2020 Chopper. You do have this amazing finisher, though, with the Green Zoro. This is something we were talking at the very beginning of the stream. This Green Zoro, absolutely a devastating card. However, comes with a very strong downside. Once I play this, if I can't defend your next onslaught, game's over. Because I'm basically telecasting to my opponent, go all in, or else I'm coming in with some massive swings from Moronoa Zoro. This thing has the ability to attack not once, not twice, 3 times with appropriate Dawn, and you can allocate some Dawn to it. So you could potentially make this thing a 12k attacker and attack 3 different turns if you want to. A lot of other attacks you can do with this. It's
Make
absolutely
this way more than a 12k attacker. You can attach
Yeah.
7 Dawn to this and make it a 16k
16.
attacker.
Yeah, using your 10 Dawn for the turn. Usually a great game finisher. We've seen some decks that can handle it nowadays. So the blue-purple, the way it counters out, does have some options.
I mean, Red Rock.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Red Rock is a great answer for this card. And we'll see if they answer it. This one coming back with a couple of new event cards that we haven't seen too often on the stream here. The Demonic Order 9-sword style Demon 9 Flash. Up to one of your leader characters gains plus 3,000 power during this turn. Then, you may rest one of your characters that cost 3 or more. If you do, rest up to one of your opponents cost 5 or less. So a good little blocker, kind of like get around some of the walls from your opponents here.
Another card that is really important in this deck is Kid Killer.
Yes.
Because Rush, when attacking, provides to less life, gains plus 2,000 power. Important note, this stacks with itself. So if you restand it with Leader, you go 7k, restand, 10k.
Yep.
Because plus 1,000 from lead.
Yep. Absolutely devastating here. And it gives you the ability to only need to play one of those Kid Killers to get that ability. Because also the leader's using that 4 cost for the other one.
Usually you also see the 5-drop Cavendish, but I'm not sure if Marcus has those because you can do that. And basically, between both Cavendish swings, you get a refund on leader effect.
Absolutely. All right, and let's get into the other deck list. This one, the blue-purple deck list from our Edo, who's trying to get himself locked in the seat. Can you tell us about it?
So this is a crazy strong deck. The very start of your turn, if you have 8 or more Dawn. So this is before you would get your Dawn for the turn. So effectively on your 10 Dawn turn is when this would activate. Look at the top 5 of your deck. Add a Straw Hat Crew among those, and then place the rest at the top or the top or bottom. Usually these type of search effects immediately bottom deck, but this also lets you stack your deck, which is super relevant for this card, which has always been on like the verge of playable, but is now absolutely busted because of this. On play, reveal top card of your deck, and play a character with cost 9 or less that isn't Sanji, and then bottom deck anything that you can't play off of this. But you're stacking your deck, you're gonna be able to play something off this. And so, because of that busted leader effect, we are trying to get to 8 Dawn as quickly as possible. So we have our ramp in Gear 2, rest 2 Dawn if your leader's colors include blue. So basically only really works with this. Add a Dawn deck Dawn rested and counter plus 3k. We have Zoro Juro, which on attack gives you active Dawn if your life is 3 or less. You're playing a 3 life leader. This basically is just on attack, get an active Dawn. Is a bit slow, but it is every turn, and it's active. We also have Bond Clays, reason why this card's started to rocket up back in price. On play, get one as active, and on attack, copy the attack of a character on your opponent's board. And then we have our other top end, like this completely insane 8-cost Katakuri. It's a blocker, 8k power, so already just big blocker, very strong. End of your turn, set up 2 of your Big Mom Pirates characters with a cost of 3 more is active, then get arrested Dawn. So this can include itself, so you can swing with it and restand it. This also means that if you use something like a Lin Lin and -1
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on back. We got you. Come on. You had some good steam in that one. Well done. Well, let's go. Try again. Maybe those advertisements are getting a little out of control. There you go.
Okay, so this Dawn -1, trash a card from your hand, heal 1, so that would usually put you at 9 Dawn, meaning that you wouldn't be able to properly Gum Giant because your leader effect would be turned off, but if you have the Katakuri, that means that you're going to still be at 10 Dawn because you're going to be able to re-ramp, meaning Giant's going to be live because you're playing 9 drops and you're going to be at 10 Dawn. You usually leave 1 active for the Giant so that you have immediate access to this. I think this is probably the card that should be banned. Purple should not have generic heal. This is what really breaks this, because just having that generic heal while you're a 3 life leader, you're going to see most of these in the game, so you're potentially a 7 life leader.
Yeah, which is absolutely insane, because the life reduction is supposed to be a cost offset for that 6,000 base power that you have on this leader. And now it's just basically saying, oh, no, it doesn't matter. That don't matter.
I think that's most of what I want to say for this stack.
Well, that's good. You had a great rhythm to it. Well done. All right, we're going to find out between these two players. The voting is out there. Let me know who you guys are going to think. Edo or Marcus taking home the win.
To add a bit of attention, let's just see what the percentages are on the voting.
Before we get started?
Yeah.
All right, 1 second. Just going to make sure my YouTube's up and running. But yeah, before we get started, let's find out.
How are people voting? Looks like...
A lot of people on blue-purple here.
Yeah.
Richie D. Luffy going for the red-green. Marcus,
I mean,
got...
red-green, these animal
Yeah.
decks actually are pitted pretty well against blue-purple.
Yeah, we're going to see if it's going to be able to throw down. We got ourselves a nice little, 10-minute?
Yep. I mean, these are both pretty fast decks, so
Absolutely.
it makes sense.
And it was going into this was actually really funny. Edo has said he'd never played against the Zoro, and he'd never played against his Animal Kingdom decks. And Marcus is going to do what he can to try and keep him off from the idea of what this deck is. He came out and said, "I've never played Red Green Luffy. What does this deck do?" Had to read it several times. He's like, "What are you trying to do?" And Marcus was just trying to play some head games to try and get that advantage.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, this leader was Marcus's MVP prize
It is. Yep.
when he was MVP.
Yep. Marcus, that I don't know, he loves to collect those alt-art leaders. He knew right from the get-go that this was where the investment was. But also, like, when we first got started, Marcus was handing out leaders to everybody. He'd always have, like, his handful of those common leaders. So if anybody said that they needed anything, he'd make sure that every single new player would have an opportunity to get started somewhere. Which kind of led to our community box that we have right now.
Nice.
Nami, off to search, 5. Gets the Straw Hat. See what he grabs. Is it going to be the Zoro?
No. Oh, maybe. Okay, we're just saying, okay, we're going to try and get to this as fast as possible, and if you can't deal with it, then you lose.
Well, he knows he's playing a limited amount of them. So this search going to have to get one of those copies if this is going to be the finisher. Another one of those little head games, too. You got to throw that Zoro out there and make him think that he's not on the zoo deck yet.
Ramping with Gear 2, and now swinging 6 to life.
Yeah, and he's got that one open, so he... Shut up and come with us. The response here can't activate Defender in response, but can get himself out of body. Here we go. Animal Kingdom, Tony Chopper, Cotton Candy Man himself.
And taking. Now, on our next turn, probably going to play out that 3-drop Chopper that I saw in hand.
So it's a best play right now. Absolutely. Love getting this thing out here as soon as possible. On play and attack. Let's look at the top 5. We'll see if he finds a Tony Chopper. Looking for that 4,000 one we showed you earlier. Nope,
Okay,
gets a
put
blocker.
another blocker, not bad. And we now have one Don we can put... Oh, tapping it. Okay.
Oh, for another Tony Chopper. We got blocker. The board is already full,
Maybe
and it is
here,
only turn 4.
I still think maybe we should have just attached the Don onto her lead to swing, try and put some pressure on.
Agreed.
Okay, just going for board.
6K, gonna get a
one
block.
cost, block out of the one that's a bit more valuable in hand. Here we probably bond play.
Such amazing cards to copy from this Bonkley here.
Yeah.
Bunch of winnies. I mean, that's an impressive turn for Marcus here. At 4 Dawn, having 5 characters out. Absolutely insane.
Now we have 8 Dawn on our next turn, so we can start using leader effect.
3 Dawn open. Is this just because he didn't have anything?
I guess.
All right, here comes a 6K swing from our Tony Chopper. Let's see what it comes out with. Looks like it has nothing. Can't hit itself. Can't hit the Tony Chopper Sanji style. But 6K gonna go in for a hit. All right. Edo gonna take that one. Gonna pay 4 for another search.
So now it's 7, and we're trying again. Looks like we get.
Oh, we got some hits this time. Get some hits this time.
2K'ing out of that one. Playing
Resolve
that.
this. All right. Tony Chopper gonna be able to play another 3,000 power or less. Gonna replace Tsunami with. Not gonna replace Tsunami. He is gonna replace Tsunami.
Okay, this one gives Arrested Dawn to. Why that one?
Not...
Oh wait, because it's still on the attack.
Yes.
So we could.
And get it just a little bit higher to get more counter out of hand. Yep. Here comes 6 into life. This one Edo gonna take. Already at 1 life, 3 to 1.
Okay, but we can start Lin-Linning here.
Yeah.
And we Lin-Lin, put the Chopper to bottom of life, and we're pretty much just immediately in control of this game.
See if he sees that line. Marcus looking like
if we have that line.
Yeah.
Are we only at... No, we should... We ramped twice. We're... Huh?
Did we ramp twice?
Yeah, because we ramped with Gear 2. Gear... So...
Yeah.
Or did we...
So that's 7.
Is that 7? Did we go first?
I think you didn't have a choice. Marcus got one that I roll.
Did Marcus choose second?
Yes.
Oh, okay, then that explains it. Okay, so yeah, no, if we're at second, we didn't have enough, but now we're able to establish the Katakuri blocker.
That's such a powerful card.
Yeah.
Has the ability to restand itself and another Big Mom Pirate along with it. That huge 8k body as a blocker. Definitely going to put in some work. Although we do have some attack reduction from these 2020 choppers if we decide to dedicate some Dawn to them.
Yeah.
Edo, 5 cards in hand. 2020 chopper in mass. That's red-green Monkey D. Luffy deck. There we go. Looks like we're looking to tap 4 for a big 9k swing. And try and replace this 2020 chopper with something. Got a hit. See what he chooses. Places it with itself.
Yep, but that means we're going to get the on-play again.
So true. Matt Sopa, welcome to chat. Good to see you.
Although, actually, we don't have any rested Dawn, do we? Because we're at an 8 Dawn turn, so...
Yeah.
Okay, getting this one to...
Play out if
have
he
a bigger
wants
body.
to. Just have another body. Yeah, another old attacker. Something he can dedicate some Dawn to. If he chooses to.
Okay, Giant.
Wow. Okay. I think if I'm Marcus, I'm probably going to restand this 2020 chopper.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know. I prefer 2 attacks, honestly. With the 4 Dawn, I think I would prefer 2 attacks. But another big swing coming in. Look at that 5. Can replace the 2020 chopper with itself if he wants to. And he does.
Just turboing through the deck.
Yep. Showcasing how easy it is to maintain 5 bodies on the board here.
Blocking.
Gets a block.
2-1. Okay.
Okay. And I'll use a leader effect at the upkeep before you did anything with the Dawn, which is absolutely important. Have to do this before you draw, before you look at any move any Dawn.
Grabbing
Make sure you're...
Giant here is very strong.
Yeah. Look at the top 5, grab Giant, put it in his hand. Off the top, decide to put all 4 back on, so it means he probably has a Sanji. Maybe not. Linlin play, I thought maybe. Here comes Katakuri.
Swinging into the chopper, trying to get rid of it.
See if we get a block. No, do not get a block. Okay.
And we've gotten so much value out of it, I think we're fine.
Right. Alright. Leader going into the other 2020 chopper. It was a free card. Doesn't really care. Marcus going to be at 10 Dawn next turn.
Gravity Blade.
Oh, huge play with the Gravity Blade. Marcus losing that essential
Extend the
wall that he
Katakuri.
needed for that 9-cost play. This is what I'm talking about. He is on the set where he could go in, play the Zoro, hope to survive this turn.
And I still think we play the Zoro here because I'm not sure we're dead here.
Yeah. He does look like he has a big rock in hand, though. It sounds he might have an answer.
We didn't see Red Rock in the deck list, although the deck
No.
list wasn't accurate.
Yeah, there was a few missing cards because I didn't get Ito's deck list. I had to watch the game to get an idea of what was in his deck list here.
Okay, adding a Zoro off of the Nami search.
All right. Marcus saying, do or die. This is the next turn. I don't care how big your leader is. I can make this guy a 16, you said was
Yep.
highest? 16 with 3 attacks. And 1 life? Yeah, good luck.
Okay. We're adding Usohachi here, and it
Some
looks like we
2K.
stacked a Linlin to the top, so...
We might have a Sanji play.
Heal. No, we stacked it to the
Oh,
very
the
top.
top. So,
You would have to put a card in between
That's
the
right.
Linlin and the Sanji because you're also stacking your draw. But now we guarantee you draw the Linlin. Now we can play the Linlin for 9. I guess
Tony?
put the chopper, and then the more important thing is the heal. And we also will have one open for Giant. We'll re-ramp with the Katakuri, so we don't really care about the Dawn -1 for the Linlin. We're swinging first just to establish the pressure. Yep, play the Linlin. Pitch God Thread here, yeah, makes a lot of sense. Dawn -1, heal 1, put the chopper bottom life. Now we will restand, get 1 rested. Now we have the Katakuri blocker, Gum Gum Giant, and 2 life.
Yeah, no longer is this Zoro going to be the finisher that we thought it was going to be.
Now, here is just a really easy Giant, because Giant will put us to 10k if we're not investing any Dawn into the...
Alright.
Zoro, yeah, because Giant will put us to 10, easy counter out. Get some more cards.
Let's give me a Marcus. I need to get this one through to see if he can survive this next turn.
Another
Zoro?
Basically just... Huh. I'm basically saying you're dead next turn if you can't do anything.
Yeah. Really all in on this one.
Although I think we... Ooh, that Rush Luffy.
Yeah, there is an opportunity that we could get 3 attacks.
3 cards in hand
4 attacks
versus 3 cards in hand. I actually think we might have a decent shot.
Yeah, one of the problems with these red green
Adding
decks, low on counter.
Yusohachi. Yeah, so
Very low on counter.
we can...
Yeah.
Looking through trash, just seeing how many 2Ks we've maybe used.
Smart. Yeah. Very good line here. I like to see that. Try to see you get.
Doesn't look like we've used any, I don't think.
What's your base for? It's like 12, right? 12 is your baseline, just because you don't know every deck, right? You just use like 12 as a baseline.
Yeah, 12, because like that is the maximum amount of 2Ks that you usually play without it impacting the rest of your curve.
Absolutely. 8K gonna get a life. 9K
9.
Gonna get another life here. We're gonna get
That leader should be active, shouldn't it?
No, you counter out of this leader swing.
Did he swing with lead?
Yeah.
Okay.
You had to give up 2 Namis and a hand to counter out of that one.
Okay.
So, Edo here.
Okay, realizing we can't go for lethal, so not going for that. We do have the Nami blocker in hand, so I think we're going for that. Trying to filter our hand, draw 3, top or bottom 2. Set up for next turn,
So
potentially.
good. That is insane amount of digging. When you can already stack the deck in your favor.
Yeah.
Nami, absolutely strong card here.
Thinking on what we want to...
And Sopa is Kata purple? Yes, it
Yes.
is. Yep. Kata, this is, honestly, Matt Sopa, this is one of the more devastating cards that got released in OP11. Will take down limited events like you wouldn't
The
believe.
picture is blue-purple Luffy, yeah? Yes, it is.
It's blue-purple. It's the alt art for blue-purple.
Yeah.
The one that you're looking at on the table is a fan art made for Edo.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the one that in the left is the official alt art for this one, but the fan art that was made by Edo, that is being used. He has the real one underneath. It's not that big a deal. We allow fan arts. We love to support
proxies
artists.
are fine.
Yeah. So long as it allows people to read the right text and understand what it does.
Yeah, this is an official Bandai, so it's fine.
Yeah. All right, so we could potentially get 6 base attacks here just from the 9Ks. Is this going to be enough to get through? We're going to find out if Edo can defend up. Clearnote says Kata is the best card released in OP11, not counting leaders. If we're talking about, obviously, Blue Purple Luffy. Absolutely, Clearnote, you're right. And welcome back. Welcome to the chat and welcome to the wheel. Matt Sopa said, I was saying that the stream picture is showing green versus blue purple, I think.
Yeah, that is what's happening. Red Green Luffy versus Blue Purple Luffy.
Yeah. I feel like that's represented, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is represented right.
Okay. It might get a little confusing because if you're looking at this is a fan art. But
We
this,
already mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay. Just getting both of the blocks
Block
out
on the way.
here. We still have one block with the Katakuri left versus
Bunch of big swings here.
2 more swings
4.
plus potentially leader. Yeah.
4.
Yeah, 4 swings.
Yeah.
If we have counter, we live. And probably have lethal on crackback, because we know.
Easily. See, because he's got both Zoros, not a lot to allocate to these attacks, though. Here. Alright, good. Glad to hear it, Matt Sopa. Thank you. Good question. Thanks for the questions. Always want to make sure that we got the right
If we
information
still
being
have
displayed.
8 Dawn. We're saving at least 4 Dawn for
Both
the
those
Zoro
attacks.
restands.
Yeah. Could go 11-11 with a bunch more attacks.
11-11, no, because that would be everything, and we would just take both of those and live. Or, well, no, 11-11, 11-11.
Yeah, that was like 4 swings of 11.
Yeah.
Just sticking with the 9s. All right.
Want to save Dawn for leader swing, too.
Okay. Just to get an additional
So,
swing
5
in here.
9 swings.
All right. This one getting a counter out of. Definitely could see someone thinking bottom leader was Ploofy on the first glance if you look at the leader. Oh, yeah, because the alt art. I can see what you're saying. Yeah.
I guess they look somewhat similar.
All right. Here comes another swing. 9. Still has 2 more for another swing for the other one. See if he counters out of this. Katakuri still able to be used. Has a lot of 2Ks.
2Ks in hand, so we can still counter out of one of these. Guaranteed. Ooh, blocking.
Kana just gonna eat it.
Okay, we have one more. We have 2 more 9s. We live. So swinging with Zoro, we can counter out of that one pretty easily.
Gets
We're
life.
just taking.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, but now we just count two
9 in here?
Ks.
2. Yep, there's two
We
2Ks.
saw that he had two 2Ks.
Yep.
And that's all the Dawn. We have 2 swings. We also know we have the Rush Luffy easily. And that is probably just going to be the game.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you on that prediction. And fortunately, able to look at the top 5, he's definitely going to be able to pick exactly what he needs in the situation. You're to the choice, okay? Just for 3
countering, just in case we don't
yeah.
have anything.
Well, we know he's got some great answers
Okay,
here. Here
7.
comes- Yep.
2 and a 1.
All
We're
right.
going to go 9.
That's going to get a hit from life. And
Yep.
then just
And
big
now
swing
10.
from Monkey D. Luffy. Going in for the attack. Does he have enough to defend? He doesn't.
No counter.
Oh, he could have kept one
Oh,
open
he
for the
could have kept
22.
one open for the chopper, and that
Chopper.
would have done it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Marcus. Oh, man. Good matchup. Great plays. Congratulations, Ito, though, on blue-purple. Honestly, I think that there was a line there clearly that we're seeing that Marcus could have won this thing. So
Yeah, by just swinging 8 with the Luffy, which would have gotten the same amount of counter out or cards out of hand,
yeah.
and would have still allowed the one Dawn open to develop that blocker, which would have eaten an attack, and we had to use every single attack, which would have been deterministic for the game.
Absolutely. Such a great showing, though. I love seeing an OPO1 still put up some great numbers against, or some great showcase, anyways, against these new leaders. So showing that there is still potential for some of these old leaders to put in some work. And yeah, Little Pound Cake, that was so close. So close down on the line here. I was a little bit weary about, like, keeping 2 9Ks, but I mean, it clearly was a line there. So well done on there. And we got Menace Dennis here. Says, I wish I could have the cards as good as you. I wish I could have the cards as good as me. You mean the display here? I mean, I wish we had those cards too.
Yeah, that's not us. That's
Yeah.
just people at our locals.
Right? Dang those numbers, right? Hit it up there, God. Could have gone up. All right, guys. Let's find out. Let's see what the results were with this one. We're going to take a quick break before we get in the last matchup for the day. And that's going to be the matchup for Ito, who won that one, versus... I already forgot.
G-Bosk.
G-Bosk. All right. Another quick one with, believe it or not, Buggy. Buggy on camera. We're going to see the new starter deck cards and the new stuff. Check it out. We're going to see who can take this one down. Blue, purple, Luffy?
Did you submit
or
the
Buggy?
results for the...
I'm about to.
poll?
Yep. I'm going to push these results while we take a quick break, but we'll be right back. And don't forget, if you haven't yet, comment for your chance to win one of these 2 packs. We'll add you to the wheel right at this break. And after this, we'll see that match and get right into it. Let's see if we got some hits. Tune in. We'll be right back.
I would drive through Bordeaux when it hurt all alone, but it'll be just fine if heaven's secure. I was lost, I would cry, I would wish all night that it'll be just fine if you aren't leaving for good. I could hear you on the radio playing when I was riding so stuck in Vegas. You said we could never be strong, but our hearts are golden and connected as one. Through I could run for my life, I could see your disguise, but it'll be just fine if heaven's secure. I could tell you were bored, but I gave you my word that it'll be just fine if you're staying for love. Through lonely days, we got better as they came. We are electrolytes glowing through the rain. We are electrolytes glowing in the rain. We are electrolytes, taking your breath away.
I know what's going through your mind as an ache hurts. I know how you feel it now as I look deep in your eyes. But as a day in the dark, we go with you on my mind. I can see it clearly now, but it's alright. I know what's going through your mind as an ache hurts. I know how you feel it now as I look deep in your eyes. But as a day in the dark, we go with you on my mind. I can see it clearly now, but it's alright.
Welcome back to Humber Pie. I'm your host, Jimmy D. With me,
It's me.
it is Porter, and we're ready for the last and final round. Hopefully the system seems to be done with its hiccups. Y'all heard it knocking on wood here. We're going to hope to see if we can get through this last matchup here. It's going to be a quick one, and we're going to give away some packs, guys. Stay tuned. We got some fun stuff. We're going to find out who we're going to raid, and we're going to close up the stream. But before we do, I also want to say thank you to everybody else that's been out here, who's been watching this content. If you've been watching this long, hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the follow button wherever platform you happen to be on. And know that we're going to be
Give us money. Give us money.
Help us and our channel grow so we can improve our product even further. I can't wait to start handing out even more product to you guys. I want to say thank you to everybody, especially the winners and the guys that got the stuff out there, got those tracking numbers, making sure for those big hits that we were giving out last week, making sure you guys get yours. Let me know in the Discord if you would that you guys received it. Maybe take a picture of it. That's always helpful. Just lets other people realize that that's what we do here. If you're not a part of my Discord, if you're not a part of the way on the system for me to contact you, it's going to be difficult. I have a lot of packs. I do not get out to people because people don't hit me back up. So there's a lot of stuff I would love to give away that I can't because you guys aren't in my Discord. And I've been trying to reach you, just like your insurance guy that's talking about your warranty that's expired several months ago. Been trying to contact you, but Twitch blocks DMs immediately. So if you don't have that setting turned off, I can't contact you. So if you haven't gone into my Discord, which is a link down below on all of my social media platforms, you can go you can find it on my YouTube channel, you can find it on my Twitch channel down below. Join the Discord, join the army. It's a really simple, easy Discord channel to get a hold of, and it makes it easy for me to contact you so I can get the product out to you guys.
Join the army?
Yeah, the Humber Army.
Okay, I was about to say
The Humber Army. Not the, yeah.
Yeah, no, not something I particularly want to do. I know you're an ex-vet, but
Yeah.
like I know you're a vet, but like, do they really require you to shill for it?
Yeah, no, they don't, thank God. I don't know if I would actually do this job if they were trying to tell me to force people into making choices they don't want to make. I believe in letting people choose the life they want. But yeah, I think we're going to have to, Mad Sopa, we're going to have to re-raffle these things. This one, I know this person exists. He just hasn't talked to me in a while. But like, there's a lot of these guys I can just... I'll look through these packs, see if there's any big hits, and we'll see if there's anything worth re-raffling. Some of the things are just 10-cent cards. They probably why they don't even care. They're just like double rare pack, leader pack, don't care. But we've got some good stuff here from you guys. I love to give you guys the cards. I want to give you that opportunity. I just have to be able to contact you, and if I can't, then I'm just going to give it to somebody else. And I do appreciate you because all it takes is just a simple comment in our social media platforms, and we're giving stuff away for free. And I plan to be doing that for as long as I'm streaming, guys. Whatever platform, whatever thing I happen to be covering, I want to give away free product. Why? Because I want to get those new players the product in their hand and an opportunity to win some big money in this really fun card game that we enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the deck list for our finals and post first the poll. You guys get to find out, does Blue Bucky take it down, or will Blue Purple Luffy can remain supreme?
Or are you going to quit streaming?
We're going to find out now. Put in your votes.
If everyone votes Jimmy D quit streaming, he's legally obligated to.
It's not actually a thing. Thank God. That'd be hilarious, though. It gets you guys up there. It's like all your channel points to get him to obligate himself to quit. Hey, I love the emotes. Those are pretty cool. I need to get some really neat, nice emotes like this. All right, starting off with Blue Purple. I'm going to have you take this one away.
Fine. It's blue purple. We talked about it before. You know, basic game plan of ramp to 8 Dawn, then use leader effect to search, stack your deck, and then play out these 9 drops with the Sanji, play out the Linlands, play out the Katakuris.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a pretty linear deck that just turbos through its deck, finds the big things, and goes wide with big bodies and kills you into the sunset.
Yeah. It has a lot of good combos out here that basically allow you to play out like the Katakuri and the Linlin. The Katakuri gets to restand itself. It's probably one of the best blockers I've seen printed in a very long time. Very impressive card from OP11. And, of course, Linlin, the purple's access to healing, which is not common for purple, and something you mentioned earlier.
This is the only generic heal option purple has.
Yeah.
And it, honestly, if I know a lot of people are... Why is it a black?
I don't know. Can you guys see a black
Can
screen?
you people actually see us, or are we just shouting into the void?
Yeah, right. Hit the refresh button over there.
Oh, it was green for a second.
Yeah. Welcome to the chat room.
Can you guys see anything?
Yeah, are you guys seeing the deck list here?
Or is this just a black screen?
I love that Tony Tony Chopper emote. Channel Mad Sopa. Mad Sopa, you got that?
Yes, they can see the stream.
All right. I guess this must be on my end.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we see it. Okay. All right. I'm getting a black screen on my side, so.
Okay, but I think that covers most of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Just very strong. It's going to be very impactful.
Yeah. We got some great removal, Gravity Blade, God Thread, Gum Gum Giant for protection. See it the whole time? All right, that's good. That's good. It's just on my end then. The window I have open to try and check to see the health of the stream seems to be just blacked out for us for some reason. All right, and the new blue buggy deck that came out a couple of sets, but we got the new starter deck support here. I see everything. Well, there is a tour of the house going on if you guys haven't seen it. You should check it out. All right, let's talk about some of those new cards here. We got the new buggy 4-drop 1000 power. Right where it needs some early game stuff like they were saying before.
No. That's not what this is used for.
You may trash one card from your hand and trash one. You trash this character and your leader is buggy. Play up to one cross guild type character with a cost of 6 or less from your hand. So you use this to basically get out another 6 cost.
You use it to get out the Mihawk.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something you can play off of. So this one is just blocker, draw 2, trash 1. Not very interesting. So you're using it with the Croc Mihawk, draw 2, trash 1, play out a 4 or less. This is honestly the worst option you can play. You are losing 2 cards to play out another card from hand. This deck does have a lot of draw power, so sometimes it is worth it. But usually you want to be playing something off of the Croc Mihawk. You would rather be playing this, which 2 or more characters with base cost 5 or more. This means +1 cost, which is important for 10 cost. But the main part is on play if your leader is buggy, draw 3, trash 2.
Yeah.
So we also have this, which is really annoying for early game rush decks. This character can't attack if your leader is buggy. Characters with base cost of 3 or 4 can't attack. Or with cost, so
yeah.
not base. And on play a cross with 6 or less. Then we have this Crocodile, which on play plays 5 or less cross guild. We have this Buggy, which on play bottom decks a character, and then if you don't have 5 characters with 5 or more costs, this card runs away to the bottom of your deck. Then we have these new 2K and blockers, so 2 or more characters with base 5 or more, blocker +1 cost. On KO, this one on KO, if you have 3 or less cards in hand, you get to draw a card. This one becomes 6K power. This is just another 2K counter. This Mr. one is honestly more debatable in terms of what you play. This first part is for Baroque leaders. We're not. The main part that you would play this is draw 2, trash 1. You used to play this because you could play it off of this 7-drop Crocodile. Although nowadays you can't use the protection effect. That's the second effect of this Croc Mihawk, where if your cross guild type character would be removed by your opponent's effect, you can trash a card from hand instead. This is only Baroque work, so it doesn't work with that.
Still good, buddy.
We have Sanji's Peel Off to draw 2. And we have Cross Guild for more searching alongside the Galdino. And yeah, that's the deck.
Yeah, it got a lot of what it needed. Honestly, what I was trying to say is it has a lot of early game plays, which is what it was kind of
We didn't
struggling.
even talk about what the leader did.
Yeah, it's struggling from what the original deck came out with. It had great top end. It just needed more action in the early stages, and that starter deck definitely gave it some more options and gave it some more 2Ks that fit within line with this deck. But basically, this is you may rest 5 of your Dawn cards and trash 1 card from your hand to play up a cross guild, bless you, type character from your hand. So it doesn't have a cost restriction, doesn't have a lot of these things. You're going to be able to cheat a lot of things into play on your 5 Dawn turn once you get this guy out, which is why I was saying anything up into the 5, you really want to have something that kind of impacts the board, and it got it. It got some stuff.
No, because if you, for 4 Dawn, usually you want to be going first with this deck, so 4 cost characters, it doesn't matter, you'd already have leader effect live. So you just want to be turboing out your big guys with the leader effect. This is also not once per turn, which comes up a lot. Because once you get to 10, you can double leader
Do it
effect.
twice. Yeah. And then that makes it possible you can keep that 10 cost buggy around for the long game.
Yeah.
And 12K body is not something to snuff at. Really good deck. Spams out the blue characters out. 5 life leader. We're going to see, can this one take down? That's the wheel. Can this one take down this matchup? G-Bosk and Eno in the final seats. Let's see these two players head to head. Loved having a conversation with them because it came up and was like, man, where are my standings? How am I doing in this thing? And I was like, you guys subscribe to my Patreon? Because my Patreon. Should be back in the good graces of the sound gods. Alrighty. Seeing the bar move again, so.
And backer. Good.
Good to go. Yeah, we're going to see these two titans of the industry head to head. 3 life leader, 5 life leader. We got some blue menace coming through. Can Buggy pull it off and showcase with all those new starter deck cards that it can be the dominant deck in this new meta? I know we got some fans out there that desperately want to see this.
I mean, it can spam out 7k bodies, which might just be able to, if it just establishes enough board presence, it could overwhelm blue-purple.
And 7k, a good number for the 6k leader here. So, looks like G-Bosk, I think they both went for reshuffle. Right?
Okay. I don't remember.
Okay. Now, G-Boss doesn't have his life out. This will get fixed here in just a moment. I do remember sitting in the studio and then getting so excited that they made it in the finals that G-Boss had forgot to put his life here. 7 is not a bad number. Yeah, you're right. It's a good number. Very good number. Super excited. There's a high five. Ready to go. These two players just ready to see who could take down the championship, get the most amount of points, and secure themselves in a higher seed for this championship. We only have one more left. This Saturday is going to be our last day to get points if you want to make it in. I think that was actually the moment I told them they're both in.
All right.
All right, 1 Dawn, passes him back, goes to 2 Dawn.
Oh,
I
we
know
did
that
not get the life in time.
not in time, but we'll fix it. It does get fixed here. In a way here. Obviously,
I mean,
yes, technically...
This should be a game loss.
Competitive REL, this would 100% be a game loss. At this one, I'm just trying to keep the content going. Yeah. Hey, so be careful with those out there. You might get a little too excited. You might get distracted, like me in the studio, talking to you, and might miss the fact that you should have put your life out there, because that is a technical game loss.
I mean, it should be... It would have been fine if we did it before we drew and search.
Yes.
This,
we could have saved it at that point.
Like, in any sort of serious scenario, this should be an immediate game loss.
Yep. And in those cases, that would have been the results for it. So do note that if you do play this game in live, especially if you're going out to those big tournaments, please remember to put your life out there. Don't get an easy game loss here. And when it's best of 1, it's an immediate ending. Pretty much your tournament career here. The Pound Case is making us real clowns look bad. It's alright, sorry, we gotta fix, thankfully. Alright. Life trigger, gotta put that thing in the trash eventually, right?
What?
Oh,
yeah.
Hopefully it's the trash at some point here. We're the Chopper. Oh, that's fair, that's actually fair. That Tony Chopper crying on that mistake is an absolute must. Good call, thank you for that. 9k coming into life. Looks like Edo decided to take that one.
Yeah, that's an easy take. We don't want to get rid of 2 cards now, and we could have gotten a ramp, although if we are really short on ramp here. Looks like we only have the God Thread, which KOing a 1 cost with God Thread is rough.
Yeah, just to get the ramp.
Okay, well, we
Grab
at least get to
7K.
swing 7.
Getting 2 cards on a hand. G-Boss not willing to take another life for this one.
We're overthinking on it.
Yep. Get rid of 2. Back to the 6 Dawn turn. Now we can start activating that buggy effect. Let's start seeing the big bodies. Looking like we're getting for a nice little 6K just to get a 1K out of hand. He's got plenty of options, Edo, here. See which one he gives him. Nami to the yard. 5K, leader effect. Discarding.
We're thinking on the trash here. Trashing Buggy. Yeah,
Yep.
makes sense. That card's not great. Playing Croc Mihawk, probably into an Alvida, if I had to guess. We're drawing. Yeah, we draw first, trash one, and now we play a 4 or less. Yeah, trashing that
Alright,
Croc.
starting to fill out the board.
Now, ideal. Okay, we had
Okay.
2 Buggies, which means.
Oh, that's what get to trash and get another one, right?
Yeah, it's rough because it's a lot of so many cards in hand. Because that's 2 cards to play out another card in hand. It's a -2. Yes, this we get to draw 2, trash 1, but that's only really plus.
I think we're a -1 at this point right here.
I mean, we did draw 2, trash 1 off of the Croc Mihawk too, but still, it's real rough.
Still got 2 7K bodies on the 6th on turn. Not a bad turnaround event here.
Okay.
Katakuri, the response from Edo here.
And next turn
Gonna ramp
we'll
out one.
start doing things.
So it does have a blocker for one of these 7Ks here, but now up to 8 Dawn here for the Buggy player.
Yep.
G-Boss separating them to piles of 2/4s.
Not what I would do.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I'd
they got the
go-
leader ability going.
Yeah. Swing 7 here first. Leader should be untapped. Yeah,
Okay.
now we put
Is that Nami a 2K?
that Yami, yes, a 2K.
Okay. Yeah, set up for 5 and 3 here. Looks
Yeah,
like he's
5
going to
and 3,
activate.
so
the
it
leader
should
ability.
be. Yeah, I would go. Oh, swinging with the blocker. Yeah, so. Ooh, okay, we're
Here
peel
comes Sir.
offing.
All right, draw 2.
I'm not sure if peel off is necessarily the best option here. I almost feel like I would rather swing 8 with. Put those 3 Dawn under leader to swing 8 with. And then probably pitch the peel off for leader effect. Just get as aggressive as possible because the longer
you
this
need to.
game goes, the more blue purple Luffy is favored.
Absolutely. Great analysis. Yeah, absolutely true. Here we go. Using leader ability, discarding, getting another 8 cost. Which allows him to draw 2. Hopefully, maybe be getting the pudding in play once more?
No, we
pudding's-
can't play pudding.
pudding's
It's
on.
not cross skill.
Yeah.
Trashing that 'cause we can't play it. Okay, we're playing that. So that's another blocker we have. I saw we had the Alvida in hand. I almost feel like I wanted to play that because that would have gotten us even deeper through our deck. And then next turn we could have started spamming out 10 costs.
Yeah. Well, if he can keep this board alive, 10 cost Buggy going to stick around, fulfilling that coveted 5 body cost requirement here.
I mean, that's pretty easy for this deck because this deck spams out board like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Adding a 2K.
All right,
the
that's
rest
the
on
beginning
top.
search here.
Yep.
And didn't bottom. Notable. So we
Means
might
like
see.
what we have.
Yeah. 10 Dawn turn for Edo. See what he does here. Separate
Okay.
2, 3, and 7. Here comes 7.
Gravity Blade.
Hurrah.
This is terrible because we just Crocodile Mihawk.
Yeah. I don't think he knew what was going on. G-Boss saying, nah, fam, that's not going to work here. That's Edo.
protects
Oh. It will protect both. Because it's a single instance of removal.
Yeah. And we have 2 Crocodile Mihawks, so we can protect against 2 instances of removal.
8 and a 7, only asking for a 2. I think he has it. Should be able to protect this. And set him up self because it looks like he's got that 10 cost Buggy for the next play.
So that's an 8 at something.
I think he pointed to Crocodile.
Okay.
Mihawk. Debating on blocker or giving up 2 cards.
So we either need a 2K.
Omega Law.
So we either need a 2K. Because honestly, I don't want to get rid of anything off of board because we want the board presence for lead.
Dean Arts, if you hit exclamation point join, we can add you to the wheel for the free packs we're giving away at the end of the stream. Also, please check out my Discord so I can contact you if you do win. He's going to let it go.
Okay.
All right. Katakuri coming to life. Here we
Taking
go.
that one. Easy take, easy take.
Yep. This
We
is
got
a
the
10
one
Dawn turn, so we can activate 2 characters. He can do the leader effect twice here,
Yep.
which is going to set him up exactly what he needs for those 5 characters to get that 10 cost to stick.
Okay, going 1. So.
He let it go? Okay. Little Pound Cake agrees with that decision. So,
Okay,
gonna
get
search
another 10 cost.
cost.
So I saw we had one in hand, so
Mhm.
now we get to just
Yeah.
start chaining these.
With 8, yeah. 8 Dawn, absolutely.
Yeah.
Activate what looked like leader ability. Yes, it does look like leader ability.
Sweet. We tapped one with.
Yeah, you had to tap one for.
That we're
That's
fine
five.
because
That's five.
we.
That's five.
Yeah.
Goes for Alvita. Finally seeing that in play. Now have the opportunity to play the 10.
Yep. Here we
So-
easily 10 cost. Get rid of that Katakuri.
I appreciate it, Dino.
Yeah,
I
Alvida and
appreciate
10
that.
drop. Yeah, little pound cakes, right? As expected from our resident buggy expert.
Right?
So we only really have one comfortable. Okay, we're also swinging with the Mihawk. I mean, we do have another blocker on board. Versus realistically only one attack. We maybe have a Rush Luffy in our future, but honestly, that's not even fantastic here.
Jeez, G-Boss absolutely in the driver's seat. I don't know if
Yeah.
there's a whole lot of top decks that Ito can actually get, even with this very powerful effect from Purple Luffy. Sure, get this. I've got 12k. I've got 7k. I got 7k all day. The massive swings from the Buffy play, the buggy player here. 10 Dawn, plenty of allocation. Doesn't even need to worry about half of the board state right now. And Edo with absolutely no bodies to put any kind of pressure on 3 life. 3 life is go all in. Absolutely. Swing it. End it. G-Boss absolutely in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I think this game is pretty much over. With this board state, we know we have another buggy in hand, meaning
Yeah.
that I saw we have another Katakuri, and we had another Katakuri on top, so we definitely have. Yeah, now we just.
Another kind of curry trying to wall up here. And Dean Hart's gaming absolutely right. Pretty much GG with the second 10 cost in hand. This thing's not going to be sticking around too long.
Yeah.
Just absolutely devastating board state here. Really showcasing all these new cards from this starter. G-Boss gone undefeated up to this point. Now in the finals table. And just crapping all over this deck.
No, yeah, no, we don't. Oh,
Okay,
swing
here comes
8.
8.
Okay, so that means we at least have to allocate counter if we. Oh no.
Ooh, how to use that now? Okay, 8k. We're going to use the
I would be
Come
super
Giant.
weary of another 10 cost.
Use
Yeah,
the blocker while you
either-
can.
Yeah, either we should have instantly fired the 10 cost, or we should have.
Oh, we got
We're not
to...
even
Is
capitalizing on the fact that because we know. Okay, one of the 10 costs was already in hand when we searched, so we only know of the one.
Yeah.
But we should be we should be preparing for another 10 cost. We could have played around that a little bit by. We are refusing to block with this Katakuri. If he has it, he has it. But yeah, no, This was
Here it goes.
This one was very avoidable. We could have easily. And swinging with 12 first, I
No, I would have gone with leader attack
Yeah.
first here, but it's
It's
like
like
he's going to try
there's-
and defend out of it.
Okay. Now he's
Discarding that Red Rock he couldn't even play here. Because doesn't the Croc protect on this turn too? So the
Yeah.
Red Rock trigger did absolutely nothing.
Well, the Red Rock trigger wouldn't do anything because there's no 4 cost or less. That gate's +1 cost.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Why would the buggy be on the field if it didn't?
Alright, fair. 7 coming in.
Okay. Yeah, this game is over.
Yeah, 10 Dawn. Getting those 2 back is going to look at the top of his deck. Finds a Lin.
And a
That's
Sanji.
Not...
It's not enough.
No, I don't think so. The Linlin's just going to be too slow.
Grabbing Zoro, we just want counter.
Yes.
Stack. We can stack the Sanji if we really want to, and then the Linlin.
Good
Or
grief.
I also saw Kata in there, so we could Sanji into Kata or Sanji into Linlin. Those basically do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not enough. We just have too much pressure on board. We just
2 12k
easily-
bodies from Buggy.
2 12s, 2
7s.
7s. Yeah, no, this game is over.
And a blocker to protect me with 2 life left to a no life? Yeah, this is commandingly in my favor if I am the Buggy
Ooh,
player.
that's an SP Sanji. That's very nice.
It's Clownstown, baby. Little Pound Cake is 100% right. Alright. SP
Going
showing off.
Linlin.
Okay. Gets a life. 2 9k
We could
bodies.
put the Mihawk, and then we just trash one
Sure.
because of Croc Mihawk.
It's like, try again.
We take because
Yeah.
it doesn't
Why not?
matter.
Because it's the only thing that can
cares?
attack.
Who cares? We're not dead this turn, and
two 12K bodies. I don't care how many Gum Gum Giants you got. This board.
We only can play
Yeah.
one, even.
And insult to injury, G-Bosk, who has a lot of really cool Dawn from a famous artist, decided to play with the starter deck Dawn. In buggy fashion. Playing with the starter deck Dawn here.
Okay, swinging
8. Here come, okay. Gear 2. 3K counter. Little Podcast is going to have to start practicing the mirror with all the brain bandwagons now. Oh, yes, you absolutely are.
And just not enough.
Not
counter.
enough, just the
that's
Night
wrapping
King.
it up.
Taking it down, Blue Buggy, our new reigning champion for the week so far. Congratulations, G Bosk, on that awesome playstyle and great performance from the Buggy deck, showcasing this deck does have some legs, guys. That is not Buggy fashion. What? With a 7K crocodile? What do you got? What else would have been Buggy fashion?
Go in, load up 10 drop, go at, play, go win as flashily as possible.
Buggy is flashy. That's true. That's true. So what would have been the most flashy play? I'm
Swinging
curious.
22.
22? Okay. All right. That would have been pretty flashy. You're right. That's fair. That's fair. I'm with you on that one. All right. That is going to do it. Congratulations. Let's get the leaderboard up here so you guys can see where we're sitting at right now for our leaderboard. Right now, at a commanding 29-point lead here, Porter just needs to get a single placement. You can have 30 points. Just something in the top 4 this Saturday, and you got yourself 30 points.
Oh, starter Dawn is Buggy style. Oh, playing with Flashy Dawn, yeah.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I thought it was just kind of funny that he was doing it in the clown style. That was kind of my little commentary on there, like clown style here. Just dunking with these basic Dawn cards that no one ever sees play anymore. Because there's just so many options for some good Dawn out there. Yeah. He won perfectly, though. Excellent. I like it. All right, so Greg here, just a commanding second place here. I don't think he's really going to lose that spot. Only 4 points left, realistically, here this Saturday, and that's if you didn't play Tuesday. 3 points if you did play Tuesday. A lot of these players are going to be trying to get their last seeds in here. We've got, unfortunately, Colin and Patty who are not going to make the finals and had to withdraw. Patty going back to his home country. Hopefully he comes back soon. We'll get to see him again. But Colin on a trip with the Boy Scouts. Miss you, bud. Really wish you could be here. That means currently, Hey Joe, Victimon Jr. are going to be bumped up into the 14th and 15th spot. And it means Divine Lotus, you're in the 16th spot, but we do have an LCQ coming up here. And of course, if no one shows up during the date, we will be using our reserve list to find players. I do have a list of other players who are also on the reserve list. Did I lose my sticky notes?
We had to reboot the computer several times, so.
So here is my reserve list of players that can possibly make it in that haven't made the board here. Trey, Supercoop, Javon, Sea-Dog, Mike, Florent. I think Florent's on here twice. That's a mess play. Cole and Clark. A lot of potential for players to get into the finals. So if you're in this reserve list, you are capable of playing. Usually comes back before Christmas and the holidays. Oh, that's good. We'll see him back then. And just in time to have another one. 22K would be like 2-0 in the best of one, right? 100% would be D-Narts Gaming. 100% right. All right, let's find out on our wheel who's walking away with these packs, guys. We got some great packs to give away. Healthy wheel. Midnight says, I am still a sub like the last time.
She's
What?
asking if she's still in it as like a reserved list.
Oh, did you enter yet? I haven't got you entered in for these. We need an online tournament. You're kidding. You ain't kidding me, Matt Sopa. As soon as we can get the resources, it's a lot to go into some online tournaments. I need to get some judges. I need to get the space. I need to get the time. A lot of stuff that I dedicate to it. Doesn't mean I don't want to do it. I definitely do. But I just need to get.
Little Pound Cake, I mean, there's always the LC Cube, and I know you've been super busy with the new kid. So.
Reminded me that there was another one we missed on there. That's Sopa.
Softs Mama.
Multipass coming in last minute. Good to see you. Multipass. Just in time to spam the rigged. All right, guys. Here's the wheel. Healthy wheel. Let's get.
Oh, we have a blank space.
Okay.
I see a blank space on there.
Yeah, can't help it. It's not us.
Okay.
Alrighty. Let's find out if Blank Space is going to win. Clear Notes. You should be on there.
Yeah, clear notes.
Yeah, you're on there, Clear Notes, but thank you for that. I appreciate it. Richie D. Luffy, can we get a spam rigged from Richie D. Luffy, please? Congratulations. Another big win. That's right, I literally just sent this out. I was thinking to myself, it's like every time I send out these packages, every time I get these things out to you guys, the minute that it happens, one of you guys wins yet again. Just saying, okay, fill out another envelope for one of these individuals. Because Richie, you already have a big package coming your way here. I just sent out here, have a tracking number and everything, and I got to get another one ready for you. Did you check out YouTube for Divine? I did. We got the
Lotus D Long. Is that
Lotus D
Divine?
Long. That should be him. Here. You're sorry? Don't be sorry. I love giving away packs. I love this stuff. I just find it so funny that it just seems to work out that way. Like, the best time to get in the wheel is when I've already sent out some packages here. But thank you very much for the rigged. I assume the plank space. Okay, clear notes. All right, we'll see what happens. So let's find out pack number 1, Richie. What you're going home with? Let's see. Come on, we have no hits in this box. No hits yet. No leader pack. Okay. No, doesn't look like it is the other type of leader pack either. Oh, he said he's got a big package. He does. Coming his way. Phrasing all the way, baby. Thousand Sunny. Soga King. Don Asino. All Hunt. Grout. Grandpa. Back at it again here. And that's when somebody makes fun of their friend's dream. Wink, wink. Let's Hidon. See, 3-pace hum soul notch slash. Lots of words on this one. Of course, the 1,000 Sunny Ghosts in Spirit here. Oh, it was a leader pack. I missed that. All right. Well, you got the Monkey D. Luffy that we just saw win. Words. Sorry, I was looking for the red etching. I didn't see it, but it's there. All right. Port Gus D-Ace is our first rare, and our second one. All right. The green search. We are. All right. Not bad. Look, you can't beat free, right? That means there's still hits left. Are you going to open up the hits today?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Richie got you here. Let's go back. Can only win one of these 2 packs here. Is Jay Wizzle out there?
Should be. Yeah.
There he is. I got to get a text pack. If for any reason Jay Wizzle wins, tax pack. There we go. Jay Wizzle tax pack. That's if Jay Wizzle wins. Not calling it. Just saying if he is. Of course, it's like right next to the wheel here. All right, I'm going to give you the honors. Hit it. Let's see what we got. Who's going home with the second pack? We'll get the raids. Kinetic Carnage number 2. Congratulations. And we're going to find out right here. Go ahead and get close to the camera. Rigged indeed, 39 morale. Rigged. Man, I love the guys. All right, no leader pack, no
Leader pack.
here.
We got Iceberg,
GGs.
Fake Straw Hats, Bluno, this guy, Shocker Man, this, Vista, this, Jonathan, this,
All right, the
event.
oh,
Ultar Darlon.
Ultar Darlon! First hit, finally! Finally get our first hit! Alright. Alright, not the greatest of hits, I'll tell you that right now. Rigged for his pleasure. That's clever. Not a bad card, not the greatest card yet, I say, because there could be a chance that this deck's actually see some play. This isn't a terrible ability. It's also just not the most backbreaking. Definitely rigged, he says. You were so close to get this Arlong. It's Arlong, guys. It's Arlong. He's a villain. Nobody really likes this guy, right? Yeah. It is a nice card. It is a beautiful hit. It is not our expensive hit, though, and it means we still have fish rigged. We still have another hit, at least one more hit, if not 2, because these things were 2 or 3 hit boxes. Haven't hit the secret rare yet. Haven't hit the other stuff, the cards.
Well, we're not guaranteed a secret rare like
That's
we
true.
are most boxes.
Yeah.
If only.
Right. One of the realest villains. Hey, you ain't wrong. Yeah, but congratulations, Kinetic Carnage. You're going to be walking away with this. We'll get this out to you. I like him more than Blackbeard and Hody. Oh, there.
Blackbeard hasn't done anything yet. I mean, he's barely in the story. All of his stuff is off
He
screen.
nearly killed Boa.
Like that. Okay, that was like recently. Also, Midnight hasn't gotten to that part. I don't think.
Pretty sure we're past that. And the anime.
In the
that's-
anime, but is Midnight caught up in the anime?
we have. That's the rule.
Yeah.
Anime. That's the rule. I can't make exceptions for, oh, I just started it yesterday, so you can't give me any spoilers. We have to go up to some point. We have to have a limit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's find out who we're going to raid. Find out who is out there in the One Piece land. Is my man Chicken Teddy still streaming? Lizard. Ludi. Well, a lot of great creators coming out here. Got a lot of great people coming to the space. I love it. Do you guys have a preference here? Mr. Voodoo, good guy. Man, pulling some good numbers, too. Good on him. Do you guys have a preference of who you'd like us to read? I'm in the Wano in anime. All right, you're catching up. You're catching up, Midnight. I'm proud of you. Do you have a preference?
I don't have a preference.
Anybody else out there have a preference of who we're going to raid? We got Mr. Voodoo, Kek Fila, Ludi Photo, Lizard Kid, Captain Panda. The Russian the King. They love to do some pack openings and stuff. That's really cool. All right, sounds back. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's get the raid going. Just in time, right? Just in time. Guys, I want to say thank you very much for being here tonight. Thanks for joining us on this awesome channel. We got some more content coming your way. Stay tuned this weekend. Got some awesome recordings. We're going to have some great content Monday. We're going to have some awesome finals match to wrap up this entire championship before we get started for the LCQ and the championship itself on the 28th of this month. Stay tuned, guys. We got some great stuff coming your way. As always, stay hum, bro.